Through the long dark night, out on the open sea, by faith alone, sight unknown. And yet his eyes were watching me. The anchor holds, though the ship is battered. The anchor holds, though the sails are told. I have fallen on my knees as I think the raging sea, but the anchor holds in spite of the storm. the storm.
Okay, so a couple comments about that anchor and the storm. There's really two elements of it. I think we all know what that anchor is. That's Christ. That anchor also consists of your commitments, that you keep on going no matter what. Your commitments.
It's true.
Man, I can't tell you. I can because I'm going to. How important it is to be in church when those doors are open. That message that comes for that mountaintop experience comes, it only comes when God chooses, and they're not often. But if you're not there all the time and he has a plan for you to hear it and you miss it, then you could miss that very needed relationship with God that gets you through this storm. And then if you don't have that, how are you going to make it through that storm?
That's good.
How are you going to have that anchor? You've got to be committed. Not just to church, but who you are as a man for your family. The commitment to God. It's not just church, it's to God. I mean, you can do all this. You can be faithful. You can read the Word, and it can be dry. That's where you got to go to the mountain. Brother Fair preached this a couple of months ago. You can be faithful. You can do all those things, but that will not get you through. I read the Word. Sometimes it's dry. I pray in the mornings. But it's that when you raise your hands and God touches you. It's profound. It keeps you. But I'm telling you, this is an important part. It's almost more important to me than this. The second part is it's just not the anchor that you've got to have the right attitude. You've got to. And I got to share this with you. I wrote this over 10 years ago. Sister Moore, how many know Sister Moore? She died of cancer. She actually, before she died, she asked me to write her eulogy. And I did. And this is a small portion of that eulogy, and it's an attitude that I want to share with you. So at the end of the eulogy, I wrote the following. I would like to conclude this eulogy with an observation. Many years ago, I read a profound statement that has forever changed my view about things in life. Brother Smith, come up here. Would you read this?
Sure.
Let's read this right down.
I would like to conclude this eulogy with an observation. Many years ago, I read a profound statement that has forever changed my view about things in life that happen to us, particularly those things that come our way and are very difficult, perhaps seemingly even unfair. It's not important what happens to you. What's important is how you respond to what happens to you. At first, this profound statement seems simple, but once examined, I have found that our response, good or bad, to what happens to us actually becomes our own self-prophecy. When responding in a positive fashion to a very difficult or seemingly undeserved plight, there is always a positive outcome that prevails. Often the positive outcome is simply an overwhelming rest and assurance that comes from doing what's right when you would prefer perhaps to do otherwise. The more difficult the issue, the more intense the rest and assurance. The opposite is also true. In essence, it takes integrity, character to respond favorably when the going gets tough. Additionally, you must have a purpose that goes beyond the difficulty that is set before you. I've seen Brother and Sister Moore exhibit all of these qualities. I want you to know that through it all, Brother and Sister Moore's faith never wavered. One of the huge benefits to this philosophy is to those that are privileged to see your plight reside in the silent background, often unknown by the person that is experiencing the difficulty. It is their example during the difficult times that sets in place a path for others to flow to. Brother and Sister Moore, you may not be aware that many of us in this room have had the distinct privilege of carefully observing the personal struggle that life has dealt your way. And we watched your ever-positive, godly response. We all want you to know, as we celebrate Sister Moore's life today, that we are better people today because of your example, your chosen response during most difficult times. My final observation, well done, thy good and faithful servant.
Thank you. So in conclusion, you know, you got to have that anchor, but you got to have the right attitude.
Yeah.
I mean, you just do. I mean, when difficult things come your way, you just got to, you know something? We're men. We just got to get it, square our shoulders and take it on the chin. We just do. And you have to understand that that response that you give, that difficult situation, ultimately becomes your self-prophecy. It forms you. This is no secret. God does this for a reason. It forms you, or it doesn't form you. And so the final example, I used cumulative here, right here, Sister Locke. What an incredible warrior. Incredible. Are you not, and I'm going to be very clear, I said Sister Locke, but I'm going to tell you something, that man right there,
Right.
he's carrying as much, if not more,
More.
of that walk and that valley.
Absolutely.
And we get to sit back silently and look at that positive response to an incredible valley. And men, if we can't grow from that, what can we grow from? What an example. She and Brother Locke are warriors.
Yeah.
It blows my mind. But the self-prophecy is heaven.
Right. That's right.
There's no doubt in my mind, is there
Right.
yours? She's going. And if God will, then so be it. She'll be with us. Man, we need to understand the balance of life as Christ is formed in each of us. There is dignity in suffering. Christ did it. He's our example. I love you, man. God bless you.
Praise God.